What's up everybody, it's RobinGaming here. Now, for the past year I've been talking about the next gen consoles, about the PlayStation 4, the Xbox One, and to be honest, I have told you a lot about these consoles. However, I have never really given you my opinion on what I think is the best console out of them all. And I've seen many requests, from people who want to hear my opinion on this. And to be honest, the reason I never really tell you why I prefer certain console over the other or something like that is because I think people should still make the decision themselves, and I see way too many people who are very easily influenced on their decision and just go with what their friends do, or go with what certain YouTubers or whoever what somebody tells them to do. And I just feel that people should make that decision for themselves. They should get information, and then after that they should decide for themselves, okay, what am I going to buy? However, because there have been so many requests for me to give you my opinion on this, I will just do it this time. And I definitely think that consoles is something, if you make a mistake on a console, then that's a pretty, you pay a pretty big price for that, because they definitely aren't very cheap. They are pretty expensive. You will spend $500 for an Xbox One, and then maybe, a few $100s for games and stuff, and the same counts for the PS4, only it's $100 cheaper, but it's still, it's not a very cheap price, of course. So yeah, where do I start off here? Let me just say that I think that both consoles are great, and there's so many hate right now for the Xbox One. At the same time, of course, you have Xbox fanboys who are only, pointing out the cons of the PS4 and all that kind of stuff. I'm just gonna say right here that you can't really make that much of a bad decision, because both consoles are great. They both do games, they both do entertainment. Sure, the PlayStation right now is really focusing on that game aspect. The Xbox is focusing on that one big entertainment device aspect, or whatever you want to call it. However, that's also my big point here, is I think that if you call yourself a gamer, if the sole reason for you to have a console in your house is to play games, then the choice for me would be pretty easy. I'm just gonna go with the PlayStation 4 here. If you're a gamer like me, I have a pretty big TV in my bedroom. It's yeah, like I said, pretty big TV, and I don't even have it connected to a TV box or anything like that to actually watch TV. No, it's purely meant to play games. That's what I want to do here in my bedroom. I want to play games on my console. And if you are sort of the same person, you should get a PlayStation 4. That's just my personal opinion, because I think that for gaming, for gaming only, PlayStation is the better choice. And not saying that you don't want to watch any type of media or something, not saying that you don't want to watch Netflix or whatever, If you are someone who likes to play games and also occasionally watch Netflix or any other type of media, PlayStation has that too. I mean, you start it up and you have the menu, and there's still an option for you to actually watch, something like that, watch Netflix or any of these other services that you may like. On the Xbox, on the other hand, if you like playing games, but you like maybe watching TV just as much, or you like watching media or whatever, if you spend more time actually watching Netflix or all these other services than actually playing your games, then go with the Xbox, because I just think that, Xbox is really spreading their focus on all these things, all these entertainment things, while PlayStation is just focused on gaming, but at the same time, of course, also has this. It's kind of like this, one aspect and also this situation. The PlayStation has games and also media. The Xbox has it all, with, gaming being a part of that. And to be honest, as a gamer, when I look at the menu of the Xbox One, and I see these kind of big tiles, Windows 8 style, and they have 4 big tiles there that says games, music, video, and application or something like that, applications I mean, then it kind of hurts me, because wherein these consoles traditionally called video game consoles, that's what they were about, right? And I've never been a big Xbox fan, and most of you will know this. However, I'm definitely not disrespecting Xbox, because I still think, like I said, it is a great console. But as a gamer, the choice is pretty easily made for me. I would go with the PlayStation 4. I also gotta say that if you look back at the history of PlayStation and Xbox, you will just see that because PlayStation is more focused on the games and on the gamers, you see many more exclusive games and much more original titles and more support towards, for example, indie games and all these kinds of aspects that the real gamers will really like. You know, if I look at the exclusives that I played the past years on PlayStation with The Last of Us, Uncharted, Infamous, Little Big Planet, Killzone, I could go on and on. You know, I have forgotten so many games now. Heavy Rain, for example. Like, if I would just think about them all, there's so many I can list. While on the Xbox, you know, you have Halo, which, to be honest, isn't really that interesting to me. You have Forza, you have, what is it? Gears of War, but it's not even sure that a new one will come out on the new Xbox. And that's about it. Maybe Alan Wake or something. Right now, in terms of the games, I'm still actually maybe planning on buying an Xbox One. I gotta be very honest there, because there's a few exclusive games that I would still maybe buy an Xbox for. And I'm looking here at Titanfall, which, you know, if I won't get an Xbox, I will probably still get on a PC. And I'm also looking at games like Quantum Break, which is of the developers of Alan Wake, of course. You know, those titles definitely look very interesting. But if you just look at the bigger picture and the total amount of games that PlayStation normally offers, or at least did with the PlayStation 3 compared to the 360, it's a pretty easy choice once again, because PlayStation has about 14 studios that make games for them. So, you know, I would definitely expect the better and more games to come out on the PlayStation platform. And all in all, that's just my opinion. I don't know what else I can say here. So to sum it all up, the Xbox One is $100 more expensive than the PlayStation 4. What you get for that is you get the Kinect, which, you know, you might be a fan of or you might not be a fan of. Personally, I'm not really a fan of that. Not that I really mind having a camera in my bedroom just watching me all the time or something like that. But I honestly think that the advantages of voice control aren't really that you know, noticeable over the controller, because just a simple click on your PlayStation button, for example, could also get you to the menu, and it would maybe, you know, save you 2 extra seconds on the Xbox or something like that. I don't really mind about that. Now, what you also get is a bit more focus on these media applications. You will have a few more services. They will maybe have more detail and stuff. You can Skype on your Xbox, for example, and of course, there's a few big exclusives that the Xbox has, you know, like Titanfall, like Quantum Break, which definitely are great. But you know, just looking at the bigger picture, for gamers, PlayStation offers more in my eyes. You know, sure, they don't have that much detail in terms of these media applications and stuff, but for the games, the focus on the games, they have more studios making more and better games. You know, they are just focusing a lot more on that. You will get those nice, awesome indie games on the PlayStation. You will get them earlier. You will get some of them exclusive. So all in all, I just think, you know, I can't say this, you know, enough. If you're a gamer, I think you should get a PlayStation 4, and that's my final verdict on this. So let me know what you think about this. Do you agree with me? Would you say that the difference between the Xbox and the PlayStation 4 actually isn't that noticeable? Because, you know, I honestly think so. The third-party games are still coming out on both those consoles, and many people are actually most interested in those third-party games, so it doesn't really matter. So let me know, of course, your opinions in the comments. And then for now, I want to thank you a lot for watching, and I hope to see you again next time.